and I really feel like I'm coming home.
Ernie Anastas is back on the 5 o'clock Eyewitness News.
Our cookies come out great because of what we put in them. Our absolute #1 favorite raisins, Sun-Made. They love them out of the box, in cakes, salads, even on peanut butter sandwiches. Fresh, sweet Sun-Made. I wouldn't dream of using anything less, because putting any old raisins into these beauties would mean putting them into these beauties.
Fresh out of the box or fresh out of the oven. Sun-Made, we're America's favorite raisin.
The People's Court today at 4:30.
Pity Mrs. Saxon isn't home.
Well, she had no idea I was going to go to St. Eleanor in the first place, so of course she didn't expect me this morning.
She must have been very worried about you.
Don't worry about her. She knows me well enough to know that I come and go as I please. She hates it.
It's only because she cares, Raven. I really feel much happier if there was somebody here to look after you.
Oh, Ian, that means you do care about me, don't you?
Well, of course I do. That incident in St. Eleanor must have taken a lot out of you.
I've never killed a man before.
But you did it for me, to save my life. That hardly counts as murder.
Do you think the police will believe it's a suicide?
I gave that fellow Pettibone $1,500. Now, that should take care of things. I'll never forget what you did for me.
Just so you don't forget why I did it. Why I followed you there in the first place, because I love you.
No. I'm almost beginning to believe that.
Almost beginning to believe that. What do I have to do to prove it to you? To prove that Sky means nothing to me?
Yes, but you followed Sky to New York.
But I did not risk my life for him. I love you, Ian. Can't you believe that? I love you and I want to marry you.
All right, but now is not the time or the place to discuss that. There are many more important things. This key, for example, that I got from my old acquaintance in St. Eleanor.
That's right. You showed that to me before, but you didn't tell me what it was for.
But it may well be the key to the future. To wealth, independence, and freedom from, well, freedom in its every guise.
Could that key have something to do with this big business deal that you've been talking about that you're supposed to retire on?
That's correct. It's a document, an innocuous collection of papers that could be worth millions of dollars.
What do you mean a document? What is it?
Well, it's a sort of patent. Whoever finds it owns it. But we won't know until we've opened the locker at the Octavian Club.
What the hell is that?
Well, it's a small private club, not far from here.
Well, when are you going to do it?
This afternoon, after I've gone home and changed. I've waited a year for this. It can wait another 2 hours. Now, you lie down and get some sleep.
Sleep? I can't sleep. I want to go with you.
Raven, I don't think that's...
I want to go with you, Ian. I want to share in this moment of triumph.
All right. I'll meet you at the Octavian Club in 2 hours. The number is in the telephone directory.
Okay, I'll be there.
Till this afternoon now.
Nancy, it's Raven. I'm back.
Back from when? No one knew where you were.
Oh, well, I've been to St. Eleanor and back in the last 24 hours. I have so much to tell you. Can you meet me?
Sure, just say where.
Well, I'm exhausted now because of the long plane trip. Can you meet me here at the hotel?
I'll be right over.
Okay, I am going to give you the most important news of this case yet.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Pampers. America's mothers trust their babies to Pampers dryness. And by Spick and Span. Spick and Span, it helps your floor show its true colors.
Howdy! What have we here? A mismatch, Minnie. Look what I found when we moved this monster.
See this tile where the table was?
Yeah?
That's the color my floor's supposed to be. Now the rest of the floor looks dingy.
That's because you've got ground in dirt stuck in these little crevices. Dirt's what makes the color dull.
Don't say I need a new floor.
I say you need spick and span. Look, ground in dirt can dull your whole floor in its true color. But spick and span cleans deep into crevices and lifts out ground in dirt.
But is it safe for no-wax floors, too?
When will this generation learn? No floor cleaner's safer than spick and span.
I'm a believer, Minnie.
Don't believe me. Believe the results you see. Spick and span helps your floor show its true colors.
Neither rain nor snow, close, will keep me from delivering this remarkable new diaper. New fitted Pampers with Stay Dry gathers.
Pampers are fitted. Terrific.
Now they help protect your baby from wetness right down to his toes. Pampers' new Stay Dry gathers mean a drier baby on the outside.
And they still have the cushion-quilted lining?
Yep, that helps keep baby dry on the inside.
That's wetness protection, right down to his toes.
New fitted Pampers at a Pampers price.
A Pampers price? Great.
New fitted Pampers help protect your baby against wetness right down to his toes. I could use some wetness protection right now.
Nicole?
Oh, Jody, hi. I'm sorry, I was just upstairs checking on Jody.
Is she ill?
Yes. She's not feeling very well.
Oh, dear, I suppose it's one of those viruses that seem to abound this season.
Maybe, but she doesn't have any of the classic symptoms.
What does Ma say about her?
Well, he doesn't think it's a virus, and frankly, neither do I.
Then what do you think it is?
I think it's just a case of bone weariness. Maybe I should say soul weariness. It's the same symptoms I've been having for a while now. Maybe it's catching.
Then you think maybe she's emotionally worn out from all that's happened in this family?
Well, Miles and I haven't made her life very happy in the past couple of weeks.
Nicole, I heard something about Miles yesterday. I didn't know if it was just a rumor.
What did you hear?
Something about a confession.
Oh, yes. Well, Miles did try to steal my thunder. He confessed to murder Nora Fulton.
Well, that's the most incredible thing, isn't it?
Well, I think he got the idea when I finally admitted that I found him in the studio that night, and he sort of looked on that as an opportunity to do something grand and noble for me.
And there's no truth to it that he was involved.
No. It was just a gesture. It was very sweet, but that's all it was.
Is that the opinion of the police?
Oh, yes, of course. I mean, he was very transparent, coming forward weeks after the fact. He never should have done it. And it's been very hard on Jody. I mean, she had finally accepted the fact that I was going to have to face a court trial, and then Miles said that, and, well, she's very upset.
Nicole, you know very well that I'm deeply fond of both you and Jody, don't you?
Even after we both deserted our jobs at WMON?
Well, that was one thing I wanted to talk to you about. I'm just wondering if it might not be a good idea to ask Jody to come back to work at Penny Playhouse.
I don't think this is the right time for that.
Will you stop acting like Raggedy Ann so I can get these buttons?
Sorry.
Why do you buy all these blouses and things with all these buttons in the back anyway? What would you do if you lived alone?
It'd be awfully lonely, that's for sure.
You know, speaking of which, you've been acting lonely lately, even when people were around. What's up?
Dee Dee, I don't know. I just think I'm tired or something. I just never realized that the restaurant business was such hard work.
Oh, Mitzi, you used to thrive on it. You know, it's really only been since... Well, I really don't know when this lethargy of yours started to set in.
I just never realized the pressure there was in serving 3 meals a day. Dee Dee, it never stops. No matter how many times you feed people, they just keep coming back.
Mitzi, you were the one who wanted to go into the restaurant business. You know, it's really not very fair of you to let Poppy Johnson do all the work.
Dee Dee, Poppy loves to work. I'll tell you, that woman is possessed. She's been working even harder than usual lately. You know, I think it's because Damien went back to Washington.
Did it ever occur to you that maybe she's working so hard because you're not? Now, what would you do if she left?
Dee Dee, there is no way Poppy is going to leave.
Oh, yeah? You know, she's pretty crazy about Damian Tyler. What if she followed him to Washington? What would you do if you had to run the rock garden all by yourself?
Who, me?
Uh-huh.
How did you get in here?
Left your keys in the door.
The cavalry to the rescue.
Oh, so we need rescuing around here?
Uh-huh. Would you please light a fire under your girlfriend?
Cavalries don't light fires. You have me confused with the Boy Scouts. Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm a little tired, that's all.
Oh, you missed one.
Well, if you two will excuse me, I have to go get finished dressing myself.
Well, hurry up, will you? I'm double parked. You feeling blue?
I don't know what color I'm feeling. I think it's more like a pale yellow or something.
Now, why don't you tell me all about it?
Oh, Cliff, you know, I just been doing a lot of thinking these days, and, I just don't think I'm cut out for this career stuff. I think I ought to just be a housewife.
Just a housewife? Well, that's the hardest career of all. At least according to all the women's magazines I've been reading.
It'd be so nice not to have to go and face all those hungry people day after day.
All those hungry mouths saying, feed me, feed me.
And, sleeping late. You know, that would be real nice. I could sleep and wear sloppy bathrobes and fuzzy little slippers.
I think we've been reading different women's magazines.
Cliff, I want a home of my own. I want a husband of my own. Cliff, will you marry me?
What's for dinner, Dove?
Dinty, dear.
Ducky.
No, Dinty.
Oh.
Try Dinty Moore, America's favorite beef stew. It's a real meat and potatoes meal.
Hello, Dinty. Stop the music, you're repeating. Dinty Moore.
Try Dinty Moore beef stew.
Serve it again, Mom.
Here by then, Mr. Molson, I can practically guarantee the sale. Fine, yes, make it out to cash. That's the way Mr. Whitney wanted it. And just don't lose it on the way over. You're welcome. Goodbye. 12 million. I'll believe that when I see it, Molson. How long you been standing there?
Long enough to hear what you just said. Is that for real? You sold one of Mr. Whitney's companies for 12 mil?
36 mil. The 12 was just a 1/3 deposit to hold the sale, Gunther.
What the heck is worth that kind of money?
It's Whitney's largest holding. It's a conglomerate, which means, Gunther, that it's half a dozen various companies under one corporate banner. And I wouldn't be that impressed. If he wasn't in such a hurry, he would have sold it for a lot more.
So it's true. You're selling the guy out completely.
Well, I'm only doing what he asked me to do, and personally, I didn't think I could do it in such a hurry. But if I conclude this deal and one other, cash a few bonds, our Mr. Whitney will be completely liquefied.
Why does he want to do a thing like that for?
He hasn't chosen to tell me.
You think he's in trouble, Spence? I mean, raising this amount of cash in such a short time?
I really wouldn't know, Gunther.
Oh, maybe he got in a crap game in New York and lost his shirt. How much do you figure he's worth?
Total, 50, 60 mil.
Boy, that's mega bucks. Guy could live like a king on that.
That's exactly what he does. Maybe more like an emperor.
I detect a little sour note, do I?
Who, me? The perfect company man? Come on, Gunther.
Well, but if the guy goes out of business, I mean, he doesn't need a business manager anymore, right? So that's why you look like death warmed over. You're putting yourself out of a job, ain't you?
Actually, I was thinking of taking over your job, Gunther. You're the one that seems to have it the easiest around here.
Well. So, old Spencer's going to join the ranks of the unemployed, huh? Well, that's kind of a kick in the head, ain't it?
Don't start gloating yet, big shot. Your job isn't exactly guaranteed.
What do you mean by that?
Well, Mr. Whitney may be changing his entire lifestyle. He may not need you any longer.
You kidding? Mr. Whitney depends on me.
He depended upon me, too, remember? But, like you have told me so often, I am a mere humble servant, just like you. And you know, servants are a disposable commodity, Gunther, something like paper towels.
Yeah, well, I'm going to talk with Mr. Whitney when he gets back.
Oh, you do that, Gunther.
Don't worry, I will.
I'm not worried, Gunther. I know that I'm out of a job, but our Mr. Whitney is fresh out of luck.
Would you believe I'm 25? Same here.
One of these skaters isn't 25. Dwan Smith is 37 with a family of 3. They both look so young. But do their hands look young? They do.
I've always taken care of myself, especially my hands. When these hands do dishes, it's with Ivory liquid. The name Ivory has always meant mildness to me, so I know it'll be gentle. The rich suds help my hands stay young-looking dish after dish.
Have you guessed yet? Who's 37?
I'm Dwan.
You don't look 37.
Oh, thanks. I think the skating helps.
What helps your hands look so young?
Oh, that would be my Ivory liquid. You know, you can't beat it for mildness. I'll race you, kid.
Mild Ivory liquid helps hands look young.
Hidden deep in the mountains of your dirty laundry are some very tough stains. Introducing an incredible new laundry detergent that gets them out. Introducing new Era Plus with protein. Why protein? Because stains like tough color soil, ketchup, even ground-in grass are made of protein. And protein gets out protein stains. Era Plus uneven set in blood. Protein gets out protein. Put a little Era Plus on problems. Add a quarter cup to clean the whole wash. Nothing gets out every stain, but new Era Plus will get out some of the toughest. New Era Plus with protein gets out stains to get your whole wash clean.
I had no idea what was going to happen. All I know is that Cameron told me to meet him at the airport and he was going to explain everything.
And he said that you were supposed to shoot someone.
That's right, but he explained that it was going to be a fake. You see, Snell now worked for the CEA.
Now, Snell is the man who abducted you, and Ian had to rescue you from him.
That's right, that's right. They arrested him, and they promised him that he'd have a lighter sentence if he agreed to cooperate. But you see, Cameron knew exactly what Snell was going to do. He was supposed to bring this mysterious man named Constantine to meet Ian. So Cameron arranged to have Snell pretend to try to kill Ian.
Regan, I don't know. David Cameron is either the most ingenious man I've ever met or the most devious.
Really? Anyway, the point of the whole thing was to have Ian be grateful to me so that he would forget what I did in New York. So when I arrived, Pettibone was there, the CEA agent who's also the manager of the hotel, and he gave me a gun, told me to go to the beach.
Have you ever used a gun before?
Oh, yeah, but Pettibone assured me that it was filled with blanks. So I got to the beach, and there was Snell with a gun to Ian's chest.
I hope that gun also had blanks.
Oh, I know it did, because Snell pointed it at me and fired. Well, I assume he had to do it because they wanted to make it look like I was in danger just so Ian would be impressed.
Yeah, so then what happened?
Well, I pointed the gun at Snell and shot him, and he fell over like he was dead.
Mm-hmm. Well, didn't Ian check to see if he was? I mean, he's no fool.
They had themselves covered. Pettibone showed up in about 2 seconds and looked at the body and pronounced him dead.
Ah. Well, what about the police? Were they called?
Oh, this is the really funny thing, because Ian immediately paid off Pettibone to cover up the whole story. He said that Snell had shot himself.
Are you sure that this man Snell is still alive?
Oh, I know he is, because I couldn't have shot him in a million years. I'm a terrible shot.
Wait a minute, now, wait. Raven, I'm sorry. I know this is a serious business. I really know that, but it seems so comical to
I
me.
agree. It's really silly. I mean, can you imagine me doing this?
We have been weaving such an incredible web, we don't know if we've caught anybody yet, and...
Well, I know that Ian is very impressed with what I did.
Has he forgiven you for what happened in New York?
I don't know, but after this afternoon, it may not matter.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, I may not have to marry him. It may all be over in a few hours.
Come.
Because we are going to go to a locker this afternoon, and the phone book may be there, and if it is, then I'm free and sky's free, and won't that be wonderful?
You're upset, aren't you?
No, not at all.
What makes you think I'm upset?
Because you're hiding behind that chair. And you didn't answer my question.
Well, it's not one of those questions you can answer quickly.
Are you upset because I asked you? I know a man is supposed to do the proposing.
No, not at all. In fact, I'm very happy that a man didn't do the proposing.
Cliff, you know what I mean. I just thought it was okay for women to do the asking these days.
Well, it is. But, well, you know what women say in a situation like this. Gee, this is awfully sudden. Can I have a few days to think this over?
I wouldn't have said that if you asked me.
What would you have said?
Probably no.
Well, Mitzi, that doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, if I would have asked you, you would have said no. And yet you go ahead and ask me.
Cliff, I know you asked me to marry you a long time ago, and I said no, but that was because I was in the hospital. And if you had asked me a couple of weeks ago, I probably would have said no, I'm too busy with the restaurant.
No, you're not too busy?
No, that's not it. Cliff, to tell you the truth, there's another reason why I want to get married.
Well, what is it? You're not... I mean, are you...
Am I what?
Well, you know.
No, I don't know.
Well, are you in an interesting condition?
No, Cliff. As a matter of fact, I am in a very boring condition.
Okay, I am just about ready.
Well, good. Look, why don't we meet at the Rock Garden tonight, and we'll discuss this further, all right? Listen, now, let's go. I'll wait for you down in the car,
Wait a minute,
all right?
I'm just... Well, what was his big hurry?
I think I scared him off.
Well, what did you do to him?
I asked him to marry me. Yes, I did. What is wrong with it? Dee Dee, I'm crazy about the guy.
Oh, I know, I'm sorry. It's just that this doesn't seem the right time or the place for something quite so momentous.
Dee Dee, it is exactly the right time and place, because then I could finally tell Cliff everything.
Everything about what, Mitzi?
Oh, things.
Well, why can't you tell him everything without being married to him?
To protect him and me.
Protect him from what?
Dee Dee, you're a lawyer, right?
Yeah?
Is it true what they say, that a husband cannot be forced to testify against his wife in court?
Why would Cliff want to testify against... Mitzi, does this have something to do with your seeing Nora Fulton the night of the murder?
He might be forced to testify. I don't feel real well. I'm gonna finish getting dressed.
Suppose I told you there's a great tasting new cereal with half the sugar of most sugar-coated cereals.
I wouldn't like it.
Suppose it tastes good and sweet, even with half the sugar.
I still wouldn't like it.
Suppose it's Quaker Halvesies, and you're eating it right now.
I like it.
Want me to tell your mom you like a cereal with half the sugar?
I'll do it. She might not believe you.
New Quaker Halvesies. Now the taste kids love has half the sugar of most sugar-coated cereals.
You're just an old chameleon, Machiavellian, my friend. You've been changing on your mama since the day you slid it in. 1 minute, you're the boy next door. The next, you're a dirty rat. You a bad, bad, bad chameleon. Now, who do you think you're looking at? New chameleon sunglasses.
They can change your whole outlook.
Ow!
On Ryan's Hope.
I want you to be who you are when you're with me.
Will honesty reveal a hidden past?
Well, in that case, maybe there's something you ought to know.
Ryan's Hope. Weekdays.
Yeah, Raven's going to be right there when Ian opens it, Mike, so we thought that you should know. Now, do you think you want to get in touch with David Cameron and let him know what's happening? Well, no, I won't know until Raven calls me here. Oh, honey, wouldn't it be fantastic if they find the phone book in there? I mean, that would be an end to all this business, to Raven's wedding and Valerie's involvement with Sky and just everything.
Yes, this looks like one of our keys. Box 19. Why, that hasn't been opened for over a year.
Well, I'd appreciate your opening it now, if you don't mind.
Yes, of course, sir. If you'll give me the code name.
Code name?
Every member of the club has a code name, and that is used in issuing the boxes.
Yes, but the person who used it left something inside it for me.
Yes, that is why we have the code name. Surely he told you what it was.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to grab a taxi and there was a lot of traffic.
That's all right. We seem to have run into some slight hitch.
Oh, many of our members use it for their friends, but you have to be identified.
Perhaps this might help you to overlook.
Oh, no, not at all. That's not possible.
But damn it, the locker contains something that is supposed to belong to me.
I don't understand this. Why would Constantine do such a thing?
So, the lady knows the name.
What?
Constantine? Is that
Yes.
the code name?
And that's what's on my records. I'll be back in a moment.
Do you know that this is the second time that you have saved my life?
Here you are, sir. There. And excuse me, please.
It's here.
Gorton's gives you two ways to say,
hello, Crunchy.
Goodbye, Soggy. Hello, Crunchy. Goodbye, Soggy.
That's right. Gorton's brings you two great kinds of fish sticks and fillets. Crunchy with toasted breadcrumbs and potato crisp with real potato crust. Outside, they're never soggy, and inside, there's mild, flaky white fish. One taste, and you'll say,
Hello, Crunchy.
goodbye, Soggy.
Trust the Gorton's fishermen.
Jane Seymour in Le Jardin de Max Factor.
They say romance is back in style. I say it never went out. Le Jardin says it too. It says it subtly. It says it softly. Because if you want romance to come on strong, you have to come on soft.
Le Jardin de Max Factor, the incurably romantic fragrance.
This is David Hartman. Tomorrow on Good Morning America, how the OPEC oil decisions affect us. Plus, Tom Selleck. This week, Helen Reddy, Tony Curtis, Flip Wilson, and Eric Estrada. Plus, of course, all the news on Good Morning America.
Tonight at 8, 7 Central and Mountain. The ultimate adventure of man's first experience with extraterrestrial beings. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Tomorrow, Fonzie makes Chachi face the fact. Either he returns to Milwaukee with Joni to live, or he loses her on Happy Days. Then Carmine becomes an overnight TV sensation with a song and dance act on Laverne and Shirley.
Tonight on ABC's World News Tonight. This year, cancer will kill 400,000 Americans, 100,000 needlessly.
People generally do think of cancer as a synonym for death.
What new breakthroughs now allow almost half its victims to survive? ABC News, uniquely qualified to bring you the world.
Good afternoon. I'm Ernie Anastas. Coming up today at 5 o'clock, more trouble for a New Jersey man convicted of inhumane treatment of animals. Now the man is charged with roughing up some police officers. We'll have details of that story and this.
A bank formally apologized to a city in this pizza parlor. I'm Josh Howell. Have a report.
Also tonight, newborn twins abandoned this morning out on Long Island, and the story of a man trying to leap a 75-story building in Houston. Coming up today at 5.
TV's more complicated. Local, network, cable, pay. To watch the best that's on, pick up the best. This week's TV Guide. TV Guide helps you decide.